actually in the previous class we have discussed about getting
Okay,
system
sir.
and yes,
कुछ नहीं
yes,
सर.
okay.
Sir.
So yes, okay. So in the previous class we have talked about getting system and the Raja design. The getting system part was completed. It was completed. Now, and the Raja design part actually have left to discuss. So today we will discuss the second part, that is Raja design. Okay. So now let's go. So today we will discuss about Raja design. Okay. So first, uh, there are actually different type of Rajas, and the function of different Rajas. I will tell the function of different Rajas. So first of all, what is the Raja? Have you any idea which is called the Raja? I have told in the previous class, and also I have used this term in several times. The Raja, the term Raja I have used in several times in the previous lecture. So can anyone tell that which part is called the Raja? So this part is called actually Raja. Okay. So this part actually is called the Raja part. Okay. This is the pouring basin. So in the pouring basin, molten metal will pour here, and this is the funnel. This is called the screw. This funnel is called screw, and this is the runway. So in the runway, molten metal will flow to this mold cavity. Okay, this is actually mold cavity. This one is the mold cavity, and molten metal enters into the mold cavity through gate. This is actually gate, gate through this gate, and one vent is used to remove the uh, gases, to remove gases which are formed due to the molten material. And after this mold cavity, there is another part. This part is called a riser. So this riser part is used mainly to flow the excess material. Excess material means you you cannot know that how much molten material is required to pour through this basin to get the desired shape and desired dimension of the product. So it is not possible to calculate accurately. So how much molten metal you have to pour through this basin. Okay. So if the excess material, actually the excess material which is the excess means this excess material means the uh, after her completing after her uh, means the material which is required to cast the desired product, then the material, the excess material will flow on this Raja part. ओके, जो एक्सेस मटेरियल है वो एक्सेस मटेरियल क्या होगा, दिस एक्सेस मटेरियल विल फ्लो टू दिस राजा पार्ट. Okay, and even sometimes this raja part is used to flow the means to escape the gases also. Okay. So these riser actually are of different types. First is top riser, second is blind riser, and side riser. So top riser means this is actually most common type of riser and most efficiently riser provided on the casting where hot spot are accessible from the top directly. Okay. So so in case of top riser, uh, so in case of top riser, the hot material or the molten the after the excess hot material can be accessed from the top directly. So this in this case the excess hot material can be accessed from this top. Okay. So this top riser is easy to mold, easy to fatal, and act efficiently by gravitational force. They help in exhaust of mold gases and indicate the filling. Means what happens? The excess molten material will flows to this riser, and the exhaust gases will come out this from this riser. So if the exhaust uh, gases come out from this riser, so you can predict that the mold means com- uh, the complete casting means the material molten material which is required to cast the material is complete.
full.
Okay. means और material molten material जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगा. Okay. Another is blind riser and sometimes it is called bottom riser. So these are accessed through bottom, not accessible for top or side riser. Not accessible from the top or side. Is in this case the excess hot material can be accessed from the bottom. So this is called sometimes bottom riser or blind riser. Okay. So these type of risers are used when uh, the profile heights means the casting products have different heights. So at that time, this type of riser are used. Means if the desired casting product have different heights, then this type of riser mainly used. As for example, valve, intricate castings. Okay, means these casting products have different heights. Means okay, and blind risers help in reducing the excessive field material compared to top risers. So this type of riser help in reducing the excessive feed material compared to the top riser. Another one is side riser. So in this case, the hot material are accessed through the side, not directly through the top. Okay, they help in reducing the excess material. Okay, uh, in reducing the excess material of padding and reducing the padding cost. So, what are the functions of riser? So, so primary functions of the riser is to feed metal to cast as the heat solidifies. So, the main function or primary function of the riser is to feed the excess material to the riser part. Okay. and so that the shrinkages cavities are formed. A riser allow who escape of air and gases. Means this Rajahar will also, the function of this Rajahar is also to escape the air and gases. Those are formed due to the molten metal hull, and by escaping those gases, you can confirm that the whole cavity has completely filled. Okay. A riser should promote directional solidification. So, by using a riser, solidification is actually means directional solidification uh, promote. Means if the riser is used, then directional solidification occurs. I have told what is directional solidification in the previous class. So, by using this riser, directional solidification can be provided, can be done. To indicate that a mold is full while pouring. So this is also the function of riser. So by using riser, you can get the information that the mold is completely full. Okay, so by getting this information, you will not pour any extra molten material into the mold cavity. So this is also required to that the mole cavity has been totally full filled or not. So this is also required. Okay. So these are the function of risers and different type of riser. Now the design of riser. So it is important to design the riser as the riser has different functions. Okay, isn't so? Uh, it is also essential to design the riser. Okay, as the riser are uh, escape the gases, air, and also the excess material flows to the riser. So it is important to design the riser to get or to minimize the defects in casting. Okay, so what designs are required means uh, is the shape of the riser or size of the riser or location of the riser. Okay, so what type of design are required and how this design can be done. So there are different design of riser means different parameters of riser can be designed like shape of riser, size of the riser, location of the riser, grouping of riser means making uh, more than two riser uh, in a group. Okay, or riser connection to casting means how the riser is connected to the uh, mold cavity. Use of seals also for a very important. I will tell what is the seal. And another her design is insulation and exothermic compounds on the actually these are provided at the top of the riser in case of top riser. Okay, in top surface. So first one is riser shape. Means what type of shape do you want to provide in the uh, so for making the mold? Okay, so riser shape casting loss its thermal energy by transforming it to its surrounding by radiation, conduction, and convection. This is actually general. rule. Actually, not only in the case of casting, all the heated material will lose its thermal energy by transferring its surrounding, means transferring its heat to its surrounding by radiation, conduction, and convection process. So this is the general of a heat solid body, means heated solid body. So in case of casting, the solidification time can be calculated, can be measured by this formula, that is Ts equal to nothing but Vc square divided by Ac square. So by this by using this formula, you can calculate the solidification time, that is Ts. Okay. So according to the solidification time, Raja shape is designed, and by calculating the solidification time, the Raja design have to be
सर
designed.
ये excuse me sir,
DC means volume of the casting, and A means area of casting. Okay. Any query? Another? Yes, Samir.
no
Hello.
sir, that's all.
Okay. So
That's all sir.
okay. So this B means volume divided by area. Okay. So by calculating this solidification time, we have to design the Raja shape. Okay. So there is a rule that called Kravinov's rule. From this rule, the solidification time can also be calculated from this formula, that is Ts. Ts equal to K into V divided by S into A. So here V is the volume of the casting. Okay. SA means surface area, and K1 is a constant, mole constant. So just putting these values, you can get the solidification time. Okay. And hedging ratio can also be calculated from this the ratio between the surface area of casting divided by volume of casting with respect to surface area of Raja divided by volume of the Raja. Okay. So the second, actually, the Rajar size. So actually the size of the Rajar should not be so less and should not be more. So actually optimum size of the Rajar have to be designed so that the access material will follow to this Rajar, and means if you design if you make the Raja size so bigger, then the obviously more excess material will flow to this Raja, and in this case the excess material will means these excess material nothing but a scrap, means apart from the cast product. Okay. So it should not be more means in a bigger size and not in a lower size. So actually optimal size of the Rajar should be designed. Okay. So how the optimal size of the Rajar have to be designed? So there are actually two methods. One is Provenance rule. So from this rule, first you have to calculate the certificate, and if you have the certification time, suppose if you have the certification time, then and you know the volume of the casting, means mold cavity, and you know the mold constant K. So you will get the SA value. Okay, surface area. And SA value of casting means ratio of surface area of casting and volume of the casting divided by surface area of riser divided by volume of riser. So from this formula you can get the freezing ratio, and from this freezing ratio we can optimize the riser size. Another method is Danish method. So in this method, this freezing ratio X is nothing but A divided by Y minus B minus C. So here Y is the riser volume divided by casting volume, means it is nothing but a ratio of riser volume divided by casting volume, and A, B, C are constant, and these constant for different material are different, like steel, A is 0.1, B is 0.03, and C is 1. Okay. In case of aluminum, A is 0.1, B is 0.06, and C is 1.0. So these are actually standard values of A, B, and C. These are constant, and Y is the ratio between the riser volume and the casting volume. So if you know the Y, means the value of Y, means just ratio of riser volume divided by casting volume, then you can calculate the value of freezing ratio. Okay. So just for example, and this is actually another method. This is actually this method is called modulus method. So so in this method, first you have to calculate the surface area. So by this using this formula, pi d square divided by 4 plus pi into d square. D is nothing but the actually D for different shapes of the casting, D is different, and this value of D in terms of modulus of the casting. Okay, so I will tell what are the different values of D with respect to the shape of the cast product. Okay, and this D value is nothing but in terms of modulus of the casting, that is MC, and the modulus of the riser, that is MR. So MR is nothing but equal to 0.2 into multiply D. Okay, so considering the allowance of a metal feed to counteract the contraction of the casting by this formula. So here just see here the MC, that is modulus value of casting in terms of D, or D in terms of modulus of casting, whatever you will tell. This is actually the relation. So for different casting shape of the casting, so the value of modulus in terms of casting geometry is different. Okay, so like in case of plate, the modulus of casting is 0.5 into T. Here only the variation is thickness. Okay, and in case of this, so in this case, uh, the modulus of casting is 0.5 into T. T is the thickness, and D is actually diameter, and diameter is nothing but and if Okay. So for different shape and geometry of the cast product, the value of modular of casting into MC is different with respect to the means, geometry of the product. Okay. So from this relationship, you can calculate the value of MC. So here put the value of MC, then you can calculate the value of D, and here BC is the casting volume. So this value are also known value. Okay, so just for this relationship, you can get the value of D. Okay, and from this value of DC, you can design the optimum size of the riser. Okay. Now, third one is the location of riser. So, at where the Raja location is suitable. So, means this will also depends on the solidification rate. So, the fall in temperature at the end is more rapidly as compared to the rest of the casting. Okay, so at the end, the solidification rate is higher compared to the rest part. So, in generally, he and so, and in case of thickness variation, the Rajahar is placed at the thicker portion. Okay, and and if you say that at what location the Rajar is provide, as the solidification rate is higher at the end, so that's why at the end the Rajahar mainly or commonly Rajahar is provided at the end of the mold. Okay, and if there is a thickness variation in the section, so in this case, Rajar is provided at the thickest portion. Grouping of Rajar means at a times grouping of several casting around a single Rajar. You can also use means around a single Rajar. Different casting mold can be grouped means connected together, and this single Rajas will help in increasing the casting yield. Casting yield means nothing but the cast product divided by the mass of the molten material poured into the mold cavity. So this casting yield can be increased by designing a grouping of Raja. Grouping of Raja means just within a single Raja har you connect all the mold cavities so that this single Raja har is actually act as a grouping of all those connected molds. Okay, and also by a small variation in the mold practices, it is possible to reduce the rising requirement. Fifth one is Rajar connection to casting. So means how the Rajar is connected to the casting mold. So the way that a Rajar is attached to the casting is important because it determines how well the Rajar can fit the casting and how readily the Rajar can be removed from the casting. So the Rajar connection to the mold cavity is very important because it determines how well the Rajar can fit to the casting, and even it also determines how readily the Rajar can be removed from the casting. So, according to this important parameters, the Raja connection has to be designed in a proper way. Okay, so it may also control to some extent of depth of shrinkage cavity by solidifying just before the riser freezes, thereby preventing the cavity from extending into bursting. Okay, so sometimes the Rajahar can be made. This is actually sixth one. The use of insulators and exothermic compounds. This insulator and exothermic compounds are used mainly at the top of the riser, and this will help by providing or using this insulator exothermic compounds. The riser can be made more efficient. Okay, and by employing some artificial means to keep the top of the raja from freezing over, so that the molten metal can be exposed to exothermic pressure. Okay, so graphite, charcoal, ice or oat hulls. These are used as a insulator, and this also actually he used uh, to reduce the minimize the solidification, or actually to control the solidification rate. Okay, so this actually just used as a insulator. Okay, another important is chill. So these chill parts are used to promote the solidification in a specific portion. Means suppose within a mold cavity, do you want to solidify the mold material at a specific portion or location, then these seals are used. Okay, so normally the metal in the mold cools at a certain rate relative the thickness of the casting, and the geometry of the mold cavity prevents directional solidification from occurring naturally. A seal can be strategically placed to help promote it. So I'm telling just this is actually chill. So this part actually is the chill. This is called chill. So these chills can be placed uh, the extra solidification is required. Okay. Suppose in this part more solidification means a high solidification rate is required. So in this part you can use a chill, and this chill will solidify rapidly around this portion. Okay. So in a word, chill is used nothing but to this is actually for chilling purpose and localized portion. Just remember it. This chill is used to chill the molten material in a localized portion. Okay. So now some problems and solutions means with respect to design perspective. So suppose the first problem.
Sir, video is not playing. Hello. Hello.
हेलो।
हेलो। अरे क्या चक्कर है, ये सबके साथ क्या हो रहा है?
आवाज नहीं आ पा रही, पता नहीं क्यों, क्या हो गया।
सर काफी देर हो गई, वीडियो भी नहीं चल रही उनकी।
रुक गई थी, मेरी तो चल गई, फिर ये तो आ गई, स्क्रीन तो आ गई।
मेरे भी ऐसी, मैं तो दोबारा से ज्वाइन करा मैंने भी, जब भी आई है मेरी भी आवाज। तो सर लगता है कनेक्शन
ओके
वनेक्शन
ओके,
चला।
एक मिनट। अभी आ रहा है ना आवाज?
जी सर।
यस सर।
ओके ओके, पहले म्यूट हो गया था। ठीक है, पहले म्यूट हो गया था। तो so from this formula you can calculate the area area of the cast product. Area of the cast product means there are actually 6 surfaces. So means total area I have to calculate, means two top and bottom. So in top and bottom you will calculate by multiplying width and length, and two are length and width, two are length and height, two are width and height. Okay, and you can also calculate the volume by just multiplying length, width, and height. So after calculating, you can calculate the solidification time by this rule, Terminus rule. Okay, just simple. Another example. In this case, means if the product size like this, the casting product, then you can easily calculate the volume and the surface area. So by this formula, you can calculate the solidification time easily. Okay. Another, if the casting product is the shape of the casting product is like this, then you can also easily calculate the area of the cast product and volume of the cast product, and you can easily calculate the solidification time. Okay, by Provenance rule. Okay, so these are some examples. So in this just follow this example, how the solidification time can be calculated. Okay, and if the solidification time if the solidification time calculated, then from the solidification time you can calculate the uh, the volume of the metal, pouring of the volume metal, how much of metal you are pouring, in the volume of the cast, and just getting the MC means modulus of casting casting product. Then you can calculate the value of D, and from this value you can design the riser size. Okay. So these are the study materials and NPTEL video. Just follow this video. Your understanding will be more clear. Okay. Now, what is the time? Okay. So, any query? Hello.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Just a minute. Next day, we will discuss about casting defects. Okay, means different type of casting defects, classification of casting defects, so how the casting defects formed, means some introduction part, causes of the casting defects, why the casting defects formed, and categories of the casting defects, means different categories of the casting defects, and broad classification of the casting defects, in gas defects, increase defects, molding material defects, pouring metal defects, metallurgical defects. So all are actually these defects. Means due to the gas, the casting defects are found. These are called the gas defects, and there are actually different type of gas defects, and different type of sinkage defects, different type of casting defects due to the molding material, means and different type of casting defects due to the pouring of metal, even the different types of metallurgical defects also. So these are actually some common casting defects: open blowhole or blowholes, pinhole porosity, entrapped air, cracked casting, bent or twist casting, draft mold, fusion, swell, run out, mismatch, misrun, cold start, sinkage fault, rat tail and buckles, inclusions. So, lot of casting defects are there. Means, these are actually common casting defects. So, some of casting defects we will discuss in the next class, and the characteristics of those casting defects, causes of those casting defects, and the remedial measures of those casting defects, means remedial measures to avoid those casting defects. So in the next class we will discuss. Just if you get some time, then just get free idea about the casting defects. Okay, so it will be easy to understand to both of you. Okay, and, it will be easier to understand. Okay, okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.